you were starting it.
No, I thought you were.
No.
Welcome to Guilted Into It.
Oh, Jesus.
I can never do
It'll
it right.
never be good.
It's becoming a thing now.
Yeah, I know. That's why I thought you were going to do it.
Well, no, because we were saying before, you do it. And I thought you were going to do it. And then you just sat here.
All right, this is Guilted Into It.
This is Guilted Into It. This is how we do it.
Worst episode.
It is not the worst episode. It's not the worst.
Just started. You don't know.
Well, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. We have a great guest.
Yep.
And this will be my second time interviewing him.
Oh.
Yes.
That's nice.
Because I had him on Brace Yourself first.
Right. Wow.
So we're gonna talk about that. But Mark Sapula, his book is right there. We're gonna talk about his book.
Right.
But I want to talk about you, Bridget.
Oh gosh.
Actually, I want to talk about me for a minute.
Of course. Shocker.
So I don't want to brag, but I may have gotten a full shout out in the middle of class today at the gym.
Oh
again.
My God.
And now, not only on my stellar form, but that I am so much stronger. I'm not even modifying the exercises anymore. I'm just doing them as they are supposed to be. Thank you, Nancy.
Are you paying this woman?
I am not. I just...
Is Nancy getting a commission off of
No.
fluffing your ego?
No. And I'm almost a little embarrassed by it.
Mom. No, you're not.
No,
Every time Nancy calls you out in class, you're like, no, whatever. Like,
No.
You're probably loving it.
I do like a little extra in the biceps when she calls me
How
out.
heavy are the weights? 7?
Each one is 7.5 pounds, and you couldn't do it.
But yes, I could.
And then when I do the
took
bar,
Nancy's class.
the bar is 14 pounds.
I took Nancy's class. And granted, there were times when I thought I was going to throw up. But I was able to do it. My problem is I have no balance. So I'm like shaking on a lunge.
Well, it's
Can't
just
all be you.
Just practice your good form.
Oh
Keep your
my
core
God.
tight. These are the things that you have to do.
So 7's like the ultimate? Like, can you go beyond?
Now, I could do 10.
Okay.
But body pump, I don't usually because we do a lot of reps and then
Oh
my
my
arms feel
God.
like they're going to fall off.
I got to be honest. I'm sick of this. Right? I'm sick of it. We get it. Oh my God.
Just saying,
Are you going to next week you're going to be like, Nancy asked me to teach the class again. You're going to be up at the front with Nancy.
No, next week maybe we'll do an exercise segment.
Yeah, I'll watch you. You can educate us.
I'll show you my
on
perfect form.
Bring your weights.
Your perfect form.
Okay, good. I would like that.
I'm just saying I was very
I'm happy for you.
pleased
Good.
that all my hard work is
Paying off.
paying off in some area of my life.
Mhm. Well, good. I'm happy for you.
Should I continue?
Yeah, please.
Please. So I did have a lovely afternoon today.
Okay.
I did. No, I really did. I went to the East Meadow Middle School
Right.
and I met the cast of the Annie Jr. Now, let me explain how this all happened.
Right. Please.
And this is a very funny story, actually, because a woman that I know, Jean Marie, we met her early in our comedy days. Her daughter goes to the school. Her daughter got a part. And she thought, oh, wouldn't it be nice? I'll ask Rosanne if maybe she'll send a video clip to the kids, tell them break a leg, whatever. So I said, where is the school? And she says, East Meadow. And I went, why don't I just come?
Celebrities, so humble, aren't they? Just like they're just like us.
So but I thought, isn't that better than some video, right?
No, that's nice.
So first of all, and then I get a message from Martin Charnin's daughter, Sasha. She has a distant cousin who's in the show.
Wow.
And she reached out to me and said, hey, thanks for doing that. That's cool. She's in the show. So
who was he in the movie?
Martin wrote
he
wrote Annie.
Oh.
So wrote the music and the lyrics and the story.
So the whole thing.
Yeah.
He wrote the whole thing.
Well, he worked
What
with
part
Tom
didn't he
Meehan
write?
and Charles Strauss.
Oh, okay. Right.
But anyway, I walk into this middle school auditorium and I felt like I was in a Broadway theater. It was beautiful. They have tons of teachers helping. There were like 70 kids in the cast, and they were the sweetest, most polite kids I've ever met in my life.
Who was Pepper? Did you meet?
I did meet Pepper. I did meet
Were
Pepper.
they excited to see you?
They were, and they had such great questions. They were asking me all sorts of questions,
Wow.
and they wanted, and then they asked me to sing, so I sang a little bit.
Of course.
Don't make me
Of
sing.
course. She was like,
Um,
oh,
what
if
am-
I must. Of course, the
What?
sun will come out. You probably were ready. I know you were just like, I'll do it.
Well, what was I going to say? No.
Probably full choreography. You're never fully dressed without a smile. What'd you sing?
I sang tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Well, that's what they asked for,
Of course.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Did you
but
remember the lyrics?
of course I did.
Yeah.
But it was really, it was nice. It was nice. So
Did someone back you up with music?
no,
Like,
I just sang
acapella?
acapella, baby.
Wow. She still got it.
Still got it.
She still got it.
So, but it was really nice, and it was a lot of fun. And then they all asked me to sign their scripts, and some asked me to sign their T-shirts that they had made.
Wow.
It was nice. It was very nice. And then I went and I sat in the corner pizzeria by myself and had a lukewarm slice of pizza. So
And just like that.
you're up here 1 minute and you're down here the next.
Life will humble you just like that. Yeah. Did they like perform for you?
No, they had finished rehearsing already, and
Oh.
they had to get picked up and stuff like that.
Right.
So the show is this weekend.
Are you going?
I'm gonna try.
What day?
It's probably Saturday.
Mm,
Probably on Saturday. I'm gonna try.
right. They're gonna have
They
to.
asked me.
They're gonna have to hold you back
They-
from jumping on. She's gonna be in the wings. Like, do you need a fill-in? You need an understudy?
I heard the starter B was sick.
Absolutely. Yeah. Right. You're gonna find that little kid locked in a janitor's closet somewhere. Like, where's Maria? She was supposed to be Pepper.
Oh my goodness, but no. So that was my day today. I had a very nice
It's
day.
lovely. I see you have your Annie necklace on.
I did. I wore my Annie necklace for
Yeah.
them to show them.
Absolutely.
You know, and they loved
Nice.
it. They loved it. It was great.
It's timeless.
It is.
You're a timeless star,
I'm iconic.
and you're not much taller now than you are in the film.
Not much. Just a
So
little
it's
bit.
Very easy to spot you.
So before we get into your stuff, because I know you had.
I'm wondering if I should sing my stuff now or if I should wait till Judy gets on,
All right.
because it's an opinion.
Oh, then yeah,
So I
wait,
think
because
I
you know
want-
how she looks like she's
Well, it's
having a
not-
stroke over there when she
No.
wants to chime in.
It's not opinion. You'll see when I like ask the question. It's more of a survey I've been taking this week because
okay.
it came up.
All right.
So
cool.
maybe I'll wait till Judy gets on and we'll talk.
All
about
right.
it.
Hello, Anne. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to do a shout out. I was sent this message today from one of our loyal viewers, Paul.
Of course.
It's his daughter's birthday.
Oh.
He's not with his daughter. I guess I don't know what she's doing. And I just want to say to Tara, happy birthday. And I hope you have a great day.
Happy birthday, Tara.
All right.
All right.
All right. So, are you ready for our guest?
Sure.
You met him.
Yeah.
We
I
met
did.
him in person,
We
finally.
met him in Boston.
After all these years of him and I Facebook friends and text messaging, and we finally got to
Yeah.
meet, which was great. But so we are going to bring on Mark Zapula, author of How to Dump a Body at Sea and Not Get Caught.
Useful.
I read his first book, The Last Longshoreman, which was written, I guess, based on his dad and his experience as a longshoreman up in the Massachusetts area. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Gilded Into It, Mark Zapula.
Hi, Rosanne and Bridget. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for being here.
What's the best intro I ever saw? The best.
Oh, was it ever?
Guys
yeah.
are both talking about it, this, that, and it was great.
So how
Really
are you?
cool.
How are things up there in Boston?
It's great. I'm waiting for the summer weather, but other than that, I have no complaints, and it's great. Keeping busy.
Well,
Doing
that's
this.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all over the talk shows and the podcasts, right?
I've done a few things. I got a few things lined up, and yeah. So it's typical after something comes out, but some people call me, I call some people, whatever.
All right. Well, that's good. I called you.
That's right.
Did you? Yeah, you did.
So we're going to start with me being stunad. And I had to ask you if this was actually based on a real person, because I Googled the name in the book and I couldn't find anything except for some old basketball player. And I'm like, Did I miss? Because I said it was a true crime and you got it based. So just tell us a little bit. I want to know how you came to, because this is so different from The Last Longshoreman.
It is completely different, and I can't take credit for the name, and I don't know how you even said the name without laughing, because everyone else pretty much, but you maybe have said it before, I don't know. But no, it's Al's. He's actually an acquaintance of my co-author Mac Maloney, and they were sitting at a bar one time, and Al said out of nowhere, just, "Hey, you want to know how to get rid of a body and not get caught?" And my co-author was like, "Wow, that'd be a great name for a book." So he started recording Al and all his ridiculous stories, and then, long story short, no pun intended, this is what we have, the book, How to Dump a Body and Not Get Caught. So that's how it came up, and we're very happy with it. So it's doing well too.
How did you get involved with this project?
So Mac does mostly military spy type of stuff. He's got about 60 books out there. And but so this is I guess off brand for him. It sort of touches my brand a little bit. So he asked me if I wanted to come on board, and I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Well, I have to say, I didn't know what to expect when I started reading it. And it really, I mean, first of all, Al Ferrari, what a character.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Al's nuts. You know, it's him and his sidekick, his dimwit buddy, just run around and screw things up. And in the end, you know, good things happen.
But you can't, like, I read some of these things and I'm going, this cannot be true. This cannot be true. Like, but it was really very, very enjoyable, very entertaining. And you really, it kept you going. You know, it just kept you, I read it. I sat down to start it, and because I got the book last week and I read it in a day. I just kept reading. Yeah.
Wow. So it really is a beach read, like I've been saying.
No, but it just kept you going. Like, you didn't want to stop because
a page turner.
I didn't want to forget where I was and then have to go back. So I just kept going on, and I had to see what was going to happen with Al next.
Yeah, the next train wreck that comes along, you know, see how bad it's going to be, things like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm glad you Googled them, because that was kind of part of the plan. Like, people are going to Google Al and see, you know, but we have to change things. So
yeah, well, they're going to see a big, tall basketball player who I don't think is with us anymore, because I think I saw obituary Al Ferrari, and I was like, okay, rip Al, sorry.
We had no idea. Yeah, rip Al. We had no idea.
It happens. It happens.
It does, right? To all of us sometimes.
So what's going now? Is there anything going on with this? You said it's doing quite well. Is there hopes for anything further with it, or with any of your other books?
Yeah, so there are eyes on it in LA right now. So we'll see what happens there. I mean, I've been there before, so I don't get as excited as I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're getting, with this communication back and forth, which is good. So I'm hopeful that it'll happen with this one. But I haven't heard anything from my agent about it. But The Last Longshoreman is the one that everyone feels like should be there, you know. It hasn't yet, but I feel like something tells me I'm getting it like an inch closer, like every year to that. Someone comes along, and someone like in the industry,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll, you know, just say, you know, this one, I'm going to buy it, and this could be whatever. But again, I try to just like temper my expectations and
Well,
wait.
As I was reading this, I was like, this would be a great movie. And it was so, I don't even think you'd have to embellish. You wouldn't even have to do Hollywood creative license, you know? It's just so outrageous, the things that go on in this book. And then once that's that, then you get that Longshoreman right in there. And then that's the blockbuster right there.
I think so, right? Like, a lot of people saying this one, How to Dump a Body, could be a series maybe on Netflix, chapter after chapter, because it is comical, you know. And I've gotten the same kind of like sort of review with The Last Longshoreman. That could be a series, but I see that more of as a movie.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I think both bring attention to each other right now. I think I'm noticing. So all we can hope for is the best. So.
Well, I feel like that's happening a lot now. I feel like a lot of like shows that they're doing on Netflix are based on like books. Like, I feel like they're doing it a lot more now, especially because of like TikTok. Like, everyone like shares what they're reading, and then people want to see it as a show. So you got to find your way onto book talk, as they call it.
I looked at it. I was kind of, I thought it was underwhelming book talk, but
That's fair.
Yeah, I
yeah,
could see this as a limited series.
yeah. I think a series. I mean, obviously has more legs than a movie. It just keeps going and going. The anticipation is just outrageous for certain series. You know, if it's good. So I think they lean more towards that in production these days. I don't know. I mean, maybe you know more than me, but
Yeah, I don't. Well, that one I just was watching, "Fool Me Once," was
Mhm.
a book that was based on a book. I think
Fool
I
Me
read
Once?
the book actually. Yeah, you heard of it?
Yeah, I
Harlan.
heard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is
So
it?
it was good. The book was a thriller, so they just made it into like a 8 episode limited series, which I feel like is
Yeah,
you
see,
could get
this
that.
could definitely be
The limited
one of
series.
those
That's
Netflix.
the new thing. That's the new rage, right?
Who do you read? Do you like? Is there anybody who like influences
Oh,
your
God.
Good
writing?
question.
N-
That's
Now,
sorry for
Truman Capote
bias.
stands on the top of Mount Olympus for me.
Wait, who was that?
Truman Capote.
Oh,
So but however, like I haven't. It's been a while. Like my next book, I think maybe you'll see some of his style. Not his. I mean, he's incredible at what he does. Like I'm not saying I would ever be as good as him, but some of his style mixed with mine. I think in the next book, I think you'll see that. But he is a huge inspiration. And my favorite book of his is In Cold Blood. So I
Sure.
think the writing is incredible.
Right.
are you watching The Feud?
No.
What is that about him?
It's about Truman Capote and all the women that he pissed off and how they turned on him.
I will now.
Yeah,
feel like I
I
heard
think
of
it's on Hulu or Apple, one of those.
Oh God, there's so many I can't keep
I know.
up.
I know. So what is your next book? Is it near completion or are you
Oh, not even close. I still have to pitch a little bit to my agent to get it going. And it's going to be probably like a psychological thriller to try and fool everybody, you know.
nice?
How long did it take you to write this one? Or well, I guess you co-wrote.
This one was like a year just because my co-author had a little medical experience, incident and episode. And then, so that delayed it for about a year.
I feel like that's
So,
a pretty quick turnaround.
yeah, if you take that away, it was, I mean, it would have been 2 years, but then it was a year. So,
Sure. Wow.
or vice versa. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
What about when you write by yourself? How long is the process for you?
So the last longshoreman, a year and a half, I took 3 months off because just to regain some sanity, which helped, I think, with coming up with the ending. But if it's, one of these novellas can take 6 months or less, if I had nothing to do, maybe 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the pressure is really the ending because I'm like a big like book nerd, so I'm on my Goodreads app. I'm like picking a book. I go on there. Have you heard of Goodreads?
Yeah.
Listen, you looked at me like you didn't know Goodreads. I'm like, this guy's the worst author ever. I'm like, you're in the wrong business here. You don't know Goodreads. My God. Anyway.
I'm a careful observer of Goodreads. So
yeah, so I go on there. Some of the reviews can be scathing. So I'm going in there and I'm looking at the stars it's getting. I'm looking at the first couple of reviews. Like I got to see if I'm going to read something, I got to make sure it's going to be
right.
good. And a lot of times people will knock down some stars for a bad ending. So it's a lot of pressure.
I will never have that. I might have one or two, like if you could probably cherry pick a few people like would have an issue with the ending of any of my books, but for the most part, I try to screw with the reader, to be honest with you.
Well, that's the best kind. If it's too predictable, then it gets
Yeah.
I'm cognizant of that when I'm writing. I'm like, I want them to think it's this person or that person, but like they think they know it's the ending. It's just too fluid, whatever. But I can't do that.
right.
How do you come up with your ideas? I mean, doing stand-up, I try to come up with new ideas for a joke, and it's just like a dry well. I can't think of anything. How do you come up with pages and pages and pages for each new? Where do your ideas come from, or is it?
Honestly, the last longshoreman was inspired by my father, so that was a little bit easier. He would take a look at a chapter and just say, yeah, that might happen, or something that would never happen. I'd throw that chapter out, but and with the way I write a book, though, I typically write the bones of it, and then it's like 60 pages. And I'm like, how the F am I going to get this to 300, 350 pages? So my ideas, I don't know. They just like at that point after that first sort of phase, like it just comes to me. I wish I don't know. I wish I had like a better answer. They just kind of come, and
No, that's
I'll be like, I'm sorry. I'll go days without writing anything, but I could be driving in the car and just all of a sudden it hits me and I can't wait to get back to the computer and just get it down. And it kind of connects with another chapter, So it's a little
you don't
complicated.
send yourself voice messages and things like that so you don't forget.
Nah.
Nah.
Are you doing like an outline, or are you just like,
No.
Wow.
this guy is he's just writing books. He does whatever he wants. And he writes a book.
just try to wing it and see what happens.
Makes himself some breakfast, then he writes the whole friggin' book. That's
Well,
his process.
I'm looking forward to when you finish this one. So chop chop. Come on.
I'm trying. I'm trying to get on my agent. I think it's gonna happen soon. The contract will happen soon. I promise.
All
Because
right.
I want to get back to guilted into it. Can't come back empty-handed.
You can't come back empty-handed. There has to be a new book.
Yeah, we simply won't invite you.
I have to read it in record time.
I mean, you'll invite me to Long Island, right? Just not on the show.
Oh, 100% to Long
Okay.
Island and on the show.
Okay.
100%.
Oh, even without a book.
Even without a book.
Wow.
Even without a book. And because I remember when we finally met, and I'm trying to explain to the girls, they were like, who is this person you want to meet? And I'm like, it's Mark Zapula. And they're like, who's Mark Zapula?
Yeah.
And I had to go through the whole thing, but then it was so nice to finally, after, all the time talking and stuff, just to finally meet in person. And
I know. I feel like I wish we had more time, but next time.
Yeah, next
Yeah.
time. What was that restaurant that we went to? Because you knew everybody in there. That was an Italian place, remember?
Oh, is that where I threw the lobster by accident?
No, there was no lobster throwing that night.
I got cacio e pepe there, and there were a lot of peppercorns in it.
Oh, that's right. We do remember that. They were big peppercorns, but that was.
We can go somewhere else next time. Let me know. I'll make the reservation. That was the cantina.
Ah, yes, the cantina. I do remember that now. Very good.
Yeah, but lots of places we can go. Cantina is great, but lots of places we can go. So.
Oh yeah, Boston is chock full. So you're writing your book. Anything else you got going on, or is that just you spend your days writing?
No, so in between books, I've started writing for a magazine, a local magazine up here. It's called In Boston Magazine, and I kind of sort of fell into it, but I'm having a great time. I wrote the last cover story that they had, and I'm doing the next one too, and the next one is kind of exciting for me because the subject of it is a guy named Jonathan Tucker. I don't know if you heard of Jonathan Tucker, but so Jonathan Tucker grew up in Charlestown, which is up here in Boston, and he was in the show Kingdom. You went to mixed martial arts, that show Kingdom.
I've heard the show.
Yeah.
Plays a big role in Kingdom. He goes way back to the movie Sleepers with Brad Pitt. He's one of the kids that was causing all the trouble, but he's a great resume, great guy. And then I did a full interview with him a few weeks ago, and so I'm going to write that article. It'll be in the magazine in April, and he's just I couldn't believe what an incredible guy like he is. But I mean, growing up in Charlestown, you think, he's thug, bank robber, whatever, nothing like that. Educated, genuine, gentleman, great guy. So when that comes out, I'll let you know. I'll flash that everywhere because I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. And when I see you got to sign both my books now. I have the two. I have the longshoreman.
Yeah, Miami.
I don't have that's the one I don't have.
You don't?
I don't.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna send both down. Whatever you need, I'm gonna send them all.
All right. I need Miami Underground, right? Yeah, Miami Underground. That's the one I don't have. So, but Bobby, can we flash the cover of the book? There it is. How to Dump a Body at Sea and Not Get Caught, the Al Ferrari story by, was it Mac Maloney and Mark Zapula?
That is correct.
Great read. Keep you going, keeps you on your toes, and you just can't believe this guy. His life is a movie. I have full confidence they're going to pick this up.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I feel bad for him, but I'm going to feel probably happy for him at some point because it's
Yeah.
something good's going to happen.
Yeah,
Right?
well, it would be about time.
Yeah.
For both,
Well,
yeah.
Mark, thank you so much for joining us on the show. We really appreciate it. It was good to
Well,
see you again.
Yeah.
I love you
Follow
too.
on
So happy you
Goodreads.
asked me to come on for real. I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, follow him on Goodreads and follow him on Facebook and Instagram and every other place, right?
What's good reads? What?
Whoops. Oh, thank you,
All
Mark.
that. Thank you.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Take care.
Oh, I could listen to that Boston accent.
Yeah, I know. You didn't have to introduce where he was from.
I know. I love that Boston accent. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do. All right. We are going to take a quick break with our commercial with absolutely no voiceover in it for intense events,
What do you mean? Was there supposed to be voiceover?
glamping, and picnics. Yes, there's supposed to be a voiceover, but the
When
owners
is this commercial going to be right?
soon, I hope.
Oh,
But here we are. A quick word from our sponsor. All right, and we are back.
We're
Look, I
here.
look like a convict. Look at my shirt.
We had to. I'm in the big girl chair.
Yeah.
We had to get Judy on quick because she was yawning over
She
there,
was
like
playing
loud-
TikToks.
I'm tired.
loudly yawning.
Hey, I pulled this morning. I'm up early,
Right.
driving all over the place. You know, I'm putting in a full day.
You are.
Putting in a full day. No naps.
No,
I'm not a napper.
not yet.
Maybe just a little tiny.
A little tiny
Breather.
nap.
A doze.
So,
Yeah.
Judith,
Uh-huh.
you're
Oh, look. We both.
oh,
Oh,
look
I
at
didn't
us.
get the loafer memo.
Your hair looks lovely.
Oh,
got a
yes.
haircut.
Yes, I did. I did.
She did. She got
I like it.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, I was a little less than enthusiastic about it, and it.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that when you get done with the haircut, you
Mhm.
always have to be very complimentary. You have to go, oh, wow, oh, I love it, oh, really good.
Not you.
Well, I was apprehensive because first of all, I had an appointment with one operator, and before then they handed me over to another one.
Operator?
Operator.
Yeah, that's what
Did
they-
you get your hair cut in the emergency room?
Sometimes it looks like that. Yeah.
I mean,
They
oh
call
my
them operators.
No, they
do.
call them
Who says
hairdressers.
Not all the time.
Who calls them operators?
I don't know. Maybe years ago.
In
I
the
don't-
depression, during the
maybe,
depression, did they
maybe.
go?
That could be. That could be. It could
Okay,
be
well,
that.
Judy
yes.
gets her hair cut with a scalpel.
I'm not supposed to come here and laugh. I'm supposed to make you
Right,
laugh.
Oh,
right.
God.
Okay, anyway, the operators.
Okay. Well, anyway, so I was a little apprehensive, and then at one point, it looked
Apprehensive
like
is-
she forgot about this side, that it wasn't
Oh.
going to get cut or something. And I'm like, "Are you going to do?"
Oh, so you started questioning her professionalism.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
good.
because
Okay.
because
Love
I
that.
know better.
Because you know everything
Well,
better.
you know your own hair. You do.
You
know.
don't.
Yes, I do. But anyway, she finished, and I guess she was a little pissed at me because I had hair all over my black pants, and usually they go, "Oh my God, let me fix that," and they'll blow up. No, and then I said, "Can I see the back?" So finally, okay, she gave me a mirror, and I wasn't too generous with the tip as I usually am, but it wasn't a bad tip. But it was only a haircut. I mean, come on.
All right, I'm going to give you some advice.
No, I don't want you.
Don't go back there.
Oh, no, 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 no. Will you let me finish?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I was feeling very bad. I was, because then, I went over to Amy's, my daughter, and she goes, let me play with your hair, and she shushed it up a little and everything. And it looked good. And then, of course, Tavia loved it. I've had nothing but good feedback.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I have to apologize. So I did.
How did you do
Wow.
that?
Instagram. Are you proud of me?
you DM'd her?
What did I do?
Oh no, you posted an apology on
A
her
public
page.
apology?
No.
You messaged her.
Yeah, it was her own.
On Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
okay.
DM.
What is a
A
DM?
direct message.
To her.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't go on everybody.
No,
We hope
I
not.
hope
No,
not.
because she answered me.
Sorry, I
No.
thought you screwed up my hair royally, but actually you
No, I
didn't.
didn't say that.
That's
Not
the
at
kind
all.
of feedback
I really
everyone
should have
wants
brought
on their
my phone
public
over. I
page.
should have brought my phone and read it.
So we could have.
That's
And did
what I
she?
said.
Did she
Got
accept?
right back to me. No problem.
Water
Well,
under
see
the
you
bridge.
next time. Yeah.
Historically
no,
speaking.
let me just preface this a minute. When I've gone there a few times,
Uh-huh.
she usually would assist the girl that does my hair.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw her coming to do my hair, I thought, is she qualified? Usually she'll take the curlers out. Or,
Right. She's
do
no
it.
operator. She was a scrub nurse.
Yes, that's right. Maybe just an order.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So
She's a
anyway,
transporter at
I
best.
was, just a little apprehensive.
Mhm.
But in hindsight, she did do a very good job. I'm a little fuzzy today because
Because the weather.
Right. It looks good. It looks
anyway,
nice.
But
Yeah, it
but
does.
I'm
It looks,
happy.
it looks very cute.
I'm happy.
And historically, you are a nightmare haircut patient.
No, I'm not.
customer.
Yeah, just patient is
Patience. Yeah.
appropriate at this point.
No, I am not. I sit there very quietly and let them do their thing. And don't you tell me otherwise.
Okay.
I never gave anybody a hard
It's
time.
not the hard time. I think it's this. This is what gets people nervous when they're doing your hair. And this is you.
nervous.
This is you.
Well, what? What am I supposed to
With
do?
a scowl. And you
No.
and you
Don't listen to her. I'm sorry, because she's like Miss Pollyanna all the time. Some of us are there for a haircut, not to make friends.
that's the thing. She
Right.
hates the social aspect of it.
I
She's
do.
like, why do they have to talk to me? I just want a haircut.
But
You'd
it's
prefer-
true. I'm-
honestly, if
I'm
you
not
could
a small
put you,
talk
they
person.
should put you under anesthesia and just wake you up when it's over.
That could be
They
good.
should knock you out
100%.
and then
100%.
get an anesthesiologist in there and just knock you out.
Wake up
Well-
and you're done.
Right.
Okay. All right. I
Like-
give you that.
Like the dentist.
what
Maybe we
can I
could get you a
say?
little sweet air or
What,
something.
What can I say? I can't
Right.
compete. I'm in the middle here. I feel like an
Well,
Oreo cookie.
and next
being,
time you guys need to get a haircut, they do them at Good Samaritan Hospital. Walk-ins. They take walk-ins
do.
and Empire Blue Cross
This-
Blue Shield.
This was an appointment. I had an appointment.
Good.
It was
Alright.
a day, in and out
Right. Of course.
procedure.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Good. Yeah.
Ambulatory.
Ambulatory. Yeah.
Oh, let's go to
anyway,
the comments.
that's-
But
Let's
it was
see.
lovely. She's
Mm.
very good.
Oh, my
And I'll go
God.
back. Now, how do I go back to her and skip over the girl
Well,
that I usually
You have her
go to?
Instagram now. You can message her and make an appointment.
Make it
Yes.
like
Do
can we do
that.
this on the
Right.
DL?
Mhm.
That's the
yeah.
down
Can we
low.
meet in the back?
Right.
So what is your question?
All right. My survey. This came up at work. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. But when you are putting a regular bra on with a clasp,
Mhm.
how are you doing it?
Front or back?
It's in the back. The clasp is in the back. How are you doing it?
Both ways.
So are you there's two options. You either are reaching
Yeah.
behind you or you're clamping it in the front and turning it
Yeah.
around.
Well, either or.
I reach behind.
Right. But what do you mean either or?
Well, some days maybe one bra is a little tighter than the other. And I'm old. I can't get my hands back there as much, but 99% I do in the back.
In the back. Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I'm finding that it's more of a split than you would think. I'm
Really?
thinking a lot of the younger people in the office all do it in the front and turn it around. To me, like, what are you, 12?
That's probably
You
how they
can't-
learn.
But that's like that's a toddler way of doing it. You know what I
you're
mean?
not a woman.
That's like
preteen.
Not
still
a
doing the
woman.
bunny ears to tie your shoes.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And they're like, well,
ladies out in the audience, can we weigh
Well,
in
I
on
know,
this?
I
Yeah,
know
I
my
want some
my
feedback.
sister that has always done it in the front.
what is this? Because then you got to shimmy your arm through the.
No, that's pretty easy.
And then you got to wiggle and get everything all situated.
I just don't think it's as convenient. And people are like, oh, it's way harder. Why am I going to break my arms?
Well, yeah, a
it's
lot
easy.
of people think it's impossible to
Right.
do it in the bed, but it isn't. It's easy.
All right. Somebody said clamp and turn. Is that what you do
That's
in the
yeah,
front?
the front,
That's the
and then
front.
they turn it.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
That is crazy.
Right.
Because I've never ever thought. The only time I will sometimes do that is a strapless bra.
Always, for some reason, always with a strapless. I can understand that. I don't know what goes on with a strapless that you can't do it.
Because you don't have this
Yeah,
the
you don't- it
shoulders
doesn't-
to hold it
No
in
support.
place.
Yeah, you're right.
just
So you gotta
either that or you have to do it way down here.
Right. But people were trying to say to me, like, well, how do you know you got the right clamp, like the clamp on it? But it's
You could
like,
tell.
of course you
feel
could
it.
tell.
You feel it.
Right. How do
Yeah.
you know you tie your shoes if you're not staring down at it while you're doing
Well,
it?
same
You
thing
have
when you-
basic senses.
You put a necklace on.
Right. Okay, but this is probably another debate.
I clasp in the back.
So do I.
Sometimes it takes me 4, 5, 6,
Yeah,
7,
you
10
can't
tries
really
until I get
And
it.
at that point, I'm like, oh, and then I do it in the
I don't
front.
need this necklace.
How do you do it in the front? It comes
A
out-
necklace?
You need
Yeah.
a mirror.
No, if you just put it and then here and then
Well, it
turn it.
depends. If it's a long
Well,
necklace,
now
I can. But if
I
it's a
have
short,
another
yeah, I need
dilemma.
the mirror.
I have another little dilemma.
Okay.
I have a blouse that I just bought, and it's got a tiny button and a
Oh
little
my God,
loop.
yeah. I hate
okay?
those little baby
Yeah,
doll buttons.
yeah.
But I thought about it. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to put my arms through. I'm just going to put it over my head,
And
turn
that's-
it around, and do it in the front.
Now, honestly, I have some shirts like
Yeah.
that. That is a brilliant idea. Do you know how many times I have spent
I know.
standing there?
Trying to get it.
Then you start to sweat,
Right,
right?
I don't
Because you
sweat.
can't get the thing and you're getting aggravated.
right. But why do they put those? Like, you know what I mean? All these little fasteners.
I don't know. The dress I
Well,
just
need
bought
that.
for the wedding has one of those little buttons.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Oh, I
bought a
hate that.
dress
The
for
little,
the wedding.
I did.
the little eye hooks in the back.
Mhm.
It's not even the eye hook. It's the little button with the
No, the little button with the
Yeah.
string is
with the.
Well, mine
elastic.
is elastic. Yeah.
yes, of
It's
course.
still.
Or I thought about maybe like putting a paper clip or something on the little loop and pulling it.
That's
But then the paper clip is on there, and
yeah.
you
That's a
look.
lot of
No,
work.
no,
No, I like the way
no.
you do it better.
Yeah, well, I haven't tried it, but I think
Stop
why
touching
wouldn't,
your microphone.
why wouldn't it work? I forget.
I think it'll work, but then are you going to be able to get your arms in? Because to
yeah.
me, I'm picturing those types of shirts don't generally have a lot of give.
Well, it's going to give.
It's
Let
gonna
me tell
give.
you.
It's gonna
Has-
be like the
it has
Hulk
no
busting
choice.
through it.
Has
Right.
no choice. It's got to give.
All right. Well, I want to know how that
Maybe
goes.
I'll go home and try it.
Yeah, try it. I want to
Could
know.
you videotape it?
Yeah.
We won't post it, but just for us.
I'll have a video it for
We
me.
just want to see how that's going to go.
He's all happy. He'll
He's
do
like,
it.
look, his eyebrows went up, and he's like, "Ooh, videotape." That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, that's it. How
Yeah.
did that even become a question today?
It became a question because, all right, so I was at work. Obviously, I work at a office, like a lot of chiropractors. So they were doing like ultrasound and stuff on my back. So they had to like unhook my
Whoa.
what?
Why were they doing ultrasound on your back?
Because I had a gym injury. I pulled
At
I pulled a
work?
muscle.
It's probably
at the
because
gym.
your form.
Oh god. I had an injury at the gym. And not an injury, whatever. My back was tight, and I needed some. They gave me an adjustment, whatever. So I'm like, I was on the table, and they were doing ultrasound on my back. So whatever. Then I refastened it, but I reached around, and then the girl was making fun of me. My friend was making fun of me because
Oh,
she's like,
that's-
"What? That's crazy that you do it that way."
Well,
The original way.
I think
I
that's the way you do it.
And I will say this too. There was a time, I would say back in the 80s, when the craze was front
Oh yeah.
button.
Yeah, there's
bras,
still
but
some of them.
Obviously, not that many bought them, so they don't really.
There's not
They're
that
not
many
around.
of them.
There's not. I know some they do exist, but I
Yeah,
feel like they're
but
not
very
as,
rarely.
To these girls, now here's the follow-up question for tomorrow.
okay.
What about your bikini? Do you turn it around and tie your bikini in the front and then swing it around, or do you just turn?
That's a good question.
Oh, the bikini bra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do
Oh.
you just tie it in the back?
Well, now here's some crazy feedback.
You get
From
somebody
one-
to do it for you.
I was now asking around all my friend groups and stuff. And then those people were then asking their people. I got feedback from one person that said they fasten it and then step into it like pants.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that
really
person,
is. It would
we need to
never,
take that
it
away.
would
Can't do
never
that. Is-
fit over my backside.
That is how?
I don't know. I could never do that. But they step into it like pants.
Well, it wouldn't get beyond.
That's
my-
crazy.
Right.
but it would be like.
I want to know when we go off the air who that is.
I will let you know. Yeah.
You better not tell me it's your sister.
No, it's not. It's absolutely not. She was I think she was behind the back. She
Is
was with
Amy
me on that.
watching? I'm surprised Amy didn't. And Amy just wrote, Grace does that shit. She steps
She
into
steps
it.
into it like pants?
Christ.
What is this? What is this? I'm telling you, the younger they get, the weirder things that they do with their clothes. Because it was all the young people that fasten it in the front and then turn it around. Like they never, it's like, what are you, Peter Pan?
She
Grow up.
steps into
She steps into it like
steps
pants.
into a bra.
Right.
the
Who's
knees.
that proportion?
Oh,
What does she have?
yeah.
The proportions of a 2x4?
I don't know. I
That
don't
doesn't
know.
make sense.
I couldn't. No. I'm trying it tomorrow. Not going to lie.
Try it.
I'm going to try
Fasten
it.
it and try and step into it like pants.
I don't think it's going to work.
Of course not.
It's not
Mine
going over the.
certainly won't work.
All right. Can I share something a little personal?
Sure. Oh,
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Not
yeah,
personal,
sure.
personal, but
Please. That's,
so do you remember how I told you a couple weeks ago I fell in my house on the stairs
yes.
and I got that big bruise on
Right.
my butt?
You got a life alert
Oh yeah.
I have a dent
on your body?
in my butt cheek. Legitimate, like a dent in my butt cheek.
I don't think they can dent.
Oh, it dented.
Oh,
I'm going to have to see that later.
Yeah,
I'm going to
really.
show you because it is.
the only way it could have dented was if a big chunk fell out.
Mom, I'm telling you, I don't know. It was traumatized because it's still
Oh,
dented.
great. You know, like
Here we
when
go.
she fell on her head, like 2
Right.
years from now, she'll have to get a butt implant or
Right,
something.
of course.
But I can't read it.
Rich Walker just held up a sign that said, "It's your asshole." It's my butt
Right.
cheek.
You don't have a dented butt cheek. If indentation, you can feel it.
Feel it? You can see it.
Is your ass made out of silly
All right,
putty?
let's see.
I don't. I'm not showing you now, but I am going to show you after, and then next week you're going to go. "Her ass was dented." It
Wow.
was true. It was true.
Wow.
Yeah,
You're
You
like
fall a lot.
right.
I know.
You're very
Are you-
frail.
yeah, really.
I am.
You would think now. You would think for somebody who has peak physical fitness that she'd be able to stay on her
Yes.
feet a little bit
You
more.
would think, right?
But
Well,
here
this
she
was-
is, absolutely throwing herself down staircases, getting dented like she's an old pot. I mean, come on,
You can. Mark Sapul says I can buff it out.
right?
Well, I'm trying to use the dry brush. That's supposed to like
The
get
what?
the dry brush. You ever heard of dry brushing?
No,
What
what's
is that?
the right
Dry
one?
brushing. It's like a medium bristle brush. It's soft, and you're supposed to brush it all over your skin like 3 times a week, and it supposedly gets off any dead skin or whatever, but also gets the lymphatic system going, and it's supposed to be very good for you.
What have I been
You
doing
and
all
you
these
right,
years?
and you can get that done at your local groomers. Can go and they'll do that. They'll brush you.
Yes. And as a Lime Life beauty guide, I can
Or-
guide you
Oh
to
God,
some
we were so
great
close.
body oils.
We were so close. Oh my God. So wait, so is the brushing supposed to fix your ass dents?
I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't
might.
know.
What if you got a plunger and
Oh yeah, like they do with the cars.
Right.
That could be.
They suck
that
it
could
back
be.
out.
Get the dent right out of there.
take you
I
to
don't
an auto
know.
body shop?
It's bad. It's bad.
You
I'm
can't-
concerned for the summer
Never
because
mind that.
you're going to
How
see
are your
part-
bones? How are the bones?
Mom, this
Right.
this
How are
is-
your bones?
Well, I mean, it could be the bone.
I
could
know.
collapsed.
Of
And
course.
that's why she has a dent.
no. There's no bone in your butt. It's all
Sure, there is.
fat. There's a bone, but not like. No, I didn't break any. I'd be in excruciating pain.
I don't know.
Soft tissue.
I think it's a soft tissue, and I hit it so
A
hard
soft
that it just
tissue
went.
injury.
Where? How?
Wow.
Where?
Dented.
Where did you? How?
couple weeks ago. Remember, I fell upstairs in my
No, I
house.
don't remember.
Oh, I
that.
fell.
She fell.
My foot
Going up the stairs?
going down the stairs.
Going down it.
Yeah.
Why don't you put a runner or something on those
It
stairs?
was
Right.
it was the little lip at the top, and I was barefoot. I'm not usually barefoot.
And she's the one that worries about me falling.
That is accurate.
Mm.
That is accurate.
I'm
I
a
did
little
almost
more-
take a header down the
little
basement
more
stairs
fleet-footed.
with a thing of laundry.
Yeah, see, that's my fear.
Oh, God.
Right? I can't. You're precarious.
In that basement of death.
Right.
I like
the death basement. Yeah.
Ugh.
Of course.
I
Of
like
course
to
you
live on
almost
the
died
edge.
down there.
I like to live on the edge.
I think she needs the life alert.
She does.
I don't. You know what I need? I need that little seat that you attach to the stairs that will just ride me down.
You need a helmet.
No,
That too.
I need body armor. Clearly, I didn't
Clearly.
dent my head.
Oh my, not yet.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Ah,
So that's
Jesus.
I shared that with everybody now who's watching.
Yeah.
That's
And
something.
Something personal.
Do you have a gem? Did you come here with a gem today?
Well,
that was your gem?
No. I mean, I don't. What gem? What do you mean by gem?
Well,
I have
here's the thing.
things.
You were shirked last week.
Yes.
So what did you have planned
Well,
for
I
that?
did.
Anything?
I was thinking.
She only plans for John LaRocchia's show. She doesn't plan for our show.
I had. Well, anyway.
Anyway, what were you thinking
Did you
about?
ever have this happen? It happens to me all the time. Like, I'll be peeling potatoes,
Nope.
and I'm right back to Mystic, Connecticut.
What? What on
I'm
earth
sorry,
does
what?
that even mean?
I don't know. It makes me think of Mystic, Connecticut when I was there 35 years
Who's
ago.
Mr. Connecticut?
Mystic.
Mystic.
Oh, Mystic.
But what were you there for?
Why were you peeling potatoes in
Holiday.
Mystic Connecticut?
No, I never peeled them in Mystic. When I'm
I am
home,
sorry. What?
Certain things, certain actions you do, as
Yes.
you're doing them, you think of the same thing every
Right.
time you do that action.
Because, like, personally, every time I boil pasta, I am transported to Charlotte, North Carolina. I mean,
you don't get the point. And then if I'm putting on,
right?
if I'm blowing my hair dry, it reminds me of when I
Hawaii,
was
of course.
in Denver.
Right. Every
it
day is
does.
like a time travel for you.
But I'm saying every time, or something else that I do
Yes.
reminds me, it triggers.
Yes, I understand. I do understand what you're saying. The way you said it was so funny.
Well,
I was peeling
Were you
potatoes.
peeling
and
potatoes in Mystic, Connecticut? What's the memory
No,
associated
no,
with that?
I
Like,
think
you wanted-
maybe a restaurant or something. I don't.
Did you have to
Did you-
peel the potatoes because you didn't have money to
No.
pay?
No.
I think what we're experiencing here is some past
Senility?
lives.
Senility?
Yes,
Dementia?
or dementia.
Well, I have to tell you, a lot of women I bowl with, their husbands are experiencing dementia, and they're all comparing, And
Hope they're not watching.
but-
You just called them all out.
no, they know, But
Do they?
it's amazing how many men have dementia.
Yeah. Well, he's demented when he met you. He stuck around. That's how we know he's demented.
Oh,
Aw.
he's
No.
happy.
He is, of course he is. Well, that's weird.
Mystic,
We're gonna have to
Connecticut.
have some writing sessions. I want 3 weeks of gems in my hand by
Oh,
next
geez.
Monday, so I
Okay,
can
teacher,
pre-approve
just
them.
like a
Right.
teacher, just like a teacher.
Right?
You're going to keep me after school.
Oh,
Yes.
But
gosh.
first of all, before I do that, you have got to write down what is a gem.
I think we shouldn't do that because if we wrote down what is a gem, I don't think we would have got the peeling potatoes in
I don't
Mystic,
think we would have
Connecticut bit.
gotten the
And
gem that we
is-
got.
That is about
But
as,
it's weird.
that's a diamond.
It's weird. That's what
Yes.
I think about.
No,
That's what happens.
I don't. I have no
I didn't.
words.
To be
folks.
honest, I didn't know you've ever been to Mystic,
Well, I
Connecticut.
have been.
Clearly, and it was
And-
significant.
It wasn't that much fun.
You're right. I guess if the memory's peeling potatoes, it
Yeah, how
wasn't.
great could it
yeah.
have been?
It was rough. I gotta
Wow.
Oh
tell
my
you.
goodness.
Off camera. I'll tell
All
We'll
right.
talk about Mystic, Connecticut off camera. That's funny.
So Bridget, what do
Oh.
you
My God.
have coming up?
Show wise,
Yeah,
well, we'll both be at Rico's Pizza tomorrow.
we will be.
in Merrick. That's
Yes.
a free show, I believe. There it is.
Yes,
On the
and it
pizza
will
there.
benefits
That's good.
Laughter Saves Lives.
Yep, absolutely.
Rich Walker right there in the center of the pie.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Probably
The
more.
floating head of Rich Walker.
Yes, very good stuff. What's
He's
next
better
for
than
me?
pepperoni.
He is.
Yeah, and then I believe on the 16th I'll be somewhere. Stay tuned. Absolutely.
Specific.
Don't know where that's gonna be yet. Yeah, I think that's all I'll say for now. Come to Rico's tomorrow. I think some
Yeah.
of my coworkers might
Oh,
come,
that's
so we'll
good.
see about
Yeah,
that.
come to Rico's. I have.
Get some.
I'm going to be in the Giggle Room on the 30th of March,
Mm-hmm.
and then on.
Ask me where I'll be.
Hold on, I'm not done. I'll tell you in a minute. April 13th.
She'll be in Mystic, Connecticut.
Yeah, peeling potatoes. On April 13th, I'm going to be in Allentown, Pennsylvania at the Lehigh Comic-Con.
Mm.
And then on the 14th, I will be in Fairfield, New Jersey at the Paisan Con.
Oh, the Paisan.
Hey, oh, the Paisan Con.
Wow. Okay.
Yes,
That'll be good.
that is a new one. My friend Freddie Tenner is from the Wise Guys show. He is starting that, and
That makes
extended
sense.
an invitation.
She
And
has a lot of
unfortunately, I could only do the
friends,
14th.
She has a lot of friends, a lot of
And
people.
and where will you be appearing this weekend, Judy?
No, you said on the 30th.
The 30th.
I'll be in Florida.
Oh, that's good.
That's
That's
very
good.
nice.
Stay out of the villages.
Will you actually be in Florida, or will you just be making a hot soup somewhere?
Well, I might. Who knows what I'll think of when I'm making soup.
Who knows?
Who knows?
But anyway,
Oh man, that's
it's been
good.
lovely.
Well, it has been lovely, and thank you for entertaining us.
Yes,
and
that
thank
was
you
good.
to our guest, Mark Sapula.
Sapula.
Absolutely, thank
Read
you,
his
Mark.
book.
Look forward to reading
Mhm.
Miami Underground.
Mhm.
And next week, Bridget doesn't even know this because next week our guest is going to be none other than John LaRocchia.
Oh wow!
Yes,
What a treat.
Returning the favor.
Yes.
What a treat!
And so that's it for us, right? We're done. We're good.
We're done.
We are done.
The show has concluded.
And I want you.
Reached its conclusion.
It's reached its peak, and
Mhm.
we're gonna have to have Otto on
Yeah, we'll
when
get
we
Otto
when we
on
have
here.
because all the comments we want Otto, we want Otto. Everybody
All right, well,
loves
we gotta
you.
get him in here
Well,
next
he
So-
time.
can talk about
His emails.
electricity.
He can talk about a lot more
Um,
than that. At least he doesn't think about Mystic, Connecticut when he's peeling a potato.
He
Can't
might.
help it. I don't know what it is. Somebody has to diagnose it. I don't know.
Well, yes, we'll talk about your
But there are
diagnoses.
certain things you do every time you do it. You don't realize it. You're thinking of the same thing.
I agree. I think I know what you're saying.
I know what you're saying. It's just it was a
It was
weird.
just a funny
It
example.
was
I
a
liked
funny
it.
example. It was. It was a good example.
Well, it was true.
All right. Well,
All right then.
thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next week, same time.
Oh man,
I know.
tough.
Yeah.